Yep, let's take a step back for a moment here because we love shiny examples, okay? We are fascinated by what's possible, all right? That's what makes us human, right? That was motivates us, right? And inspire for sure. And yet in the industry, okay, how many companies that did not even go through digital transformation to the fullest, all right? How many people still reading static documents, okay, having 24 screens in front of them and going line by line almost, okay? So we don't hear about these stories a lot. But what kind of pains you seeing there with data proliferation, right? With systems not connected, with very like lots of legacy applications in many of those companies, okay? That's their day and night. So what do we have to say to the companies who just not transforming it?
Well, you need to see how your business model looks like. Everybody's afraid with AI coming in that a lot of jobs will be lost in a certain way, yes. And you need to be able to do another type of job or use the new technology to do your job. So there's going to be a big human transformation and change as well. So people need to adapt to a new way of working. You need to learn new skills. I don't know how many people are capable or capable, very likely they are, but how easy it will be for them to learn new skills and working in new ways. So change is always very hard for a human person. And if you're used to change all the time, you have to reflect and step back from time to time as well. Otherwise, you get into a burnout. So that's I think at the speed that we're developing and need to adapt, that's the big risk as well. And we need to be very careful and put a lot of more guidance in helping people in doing things in a different way, in a new way, and explain very much and very often what is the value of doing it in such a way. And I don't think it's for everybody and everywhere that you need to do that digital transformation. It has advantages, but let's reflect why we all are doing that and at the cost of what we are doing, all this digital transformation. So that's going to be the big and hard discussion what we will have at the cost of what are we doing all this digital transformation, and is it really worthwhile? For me, yes. In a certain way, yes. But we have to really keep the focus on optimizing life for all human beings on Earth.
You mentioned skills. You mentioned skills. So, in your opinion, what are the key skills or competencies that data and analytics professionals should develop to stay relevant? Because we know that lots of Excel processing and even prior technology, right, may go away. So, what's in this evolving field? How do you feel? Yeah, people should acquire the new skills, and what are they?
Well, one important thing is critical thinking in such a way where somebody says, I don't know, this window is green, for example. Then you can say, why is it green? Oh, it's green because the light is green. And why is the light green? So you really have to keep on asking and understand why the window is green, for example. And that critical thinking is very important because if you understand, for example, how the data is produced and what the quality is of the data, then you can build trust into that. And what I see very often, it's a way of how you can ask these questions. If I ask you 2 or 3 times same type of question, trying to understand what you just explained to me, we as a human being, I don't know why, but we get annoyed in a certain way. So why do you keep on asking? You're annoying guy. Just stop your annoying questions. Yes, but I do want to understand what you are meaning, just to provide the best solution and the correct solution, and not to iterate and come back again and again afterwards. So, for example, if you say just build me a bike, and I say okay, it's fine, and I don't ask the second question, which type of bike? Do it needs to have 2 wheels, 3 wheels? Are you maybe disabled? And do you need something else on the bike? And all these interactions to make sure that I'm building the right bike for you. This is really being critical about it, and critical not in a way to be annoying or just being picky on somebody or just trying to ventilate, hey, you don't understand what you're trying to ask. No, you have to do that in a certain way where it's balanced out. No judgment, but really back and forth and balancing out on understanding, okay, you want a bike, why do you want to have the bike, what do you want to do with the bike, and then really building that in the right way. So critical thinking is a very important way of going around with new insights, what you learn, with new data. For example, back in the days you were studying and all the knowledge in the books, we granted it for being correct in such a way. And you weren't really allowed to ask questions about this. So, for example, if you were studying and your teacher explained you something, not so many teachers wanted to go into discussion because you were time consuming and they couldn't give you all the courses that they had in their mind or was planned to give to you. So that interaction in trying to understand and learning from each other, that's a very important skill to go forward.